Immigration. When we move from our country of birth to a better country in search for a better life for ourselves and the people we love. Immigration. Quelle horreur. Okay, so today I will explain to you 10 harsh realities of being an African immigrant living abroad. It is going to be very, very nasty. So without wasting too much time, let's get in. Now, the first step, number one, everyone back home either envies you, looks up to you, or completely ignores you. Those who envy you wish they were you, even though they don't know the price you had to pay to get to where you are. Those who look up to you expect that you should suddenly and make their life better for them for some reason. Even though they know that money doesn't grow on trees. And those who ignore you look at you like, oh, you've gone abroad now, so you started ignoring me. And they don't understand that you're now living two lives. You have to merge a completely different life, the old life with the new life. And yeah, that's why some people just completely kick out the old life and try to stay in the new one. Yep, so that is the first one. People would either envy you, look up to you, or completely ignore you. Oh, I'm still in the frame. Oh, don't mind me. Okay, so number two, the experience is very, very overwhelming. You will be overwhelmed with everything you see. Oh, my accent changed again. You'll see. Okay, so it's like you are a new kid in a new school, and you now have to learn how to adapt to everything in this new school, and you don't go home every vacation, you don't go home every day. I think I'm going to switch back to my previous accent. I don't know why this one keeps coming out. Yep. And you might have read a few books, watched a few movies, or seen a few things on the internet, but it does not prepare you for the experience at all. I mean, my personal experience, I was trying to get a bus on my 5th day in the UK, and I did not know that I had to be across the street at the bus stop to be able to stop the bus. So the bus came and stopped, and that racist motherfucker, I thought to myself. Then I saw him go and stop on the other side of the road, and someone got off. I was like, oh, yeah. Nothing prepares you for the experience at all. Alright, so the third one, nothing prepares you for the loneliness. Oh my gosh, it is fucking lonely to be an immigrant. I mean, unless you're immigrating with your entire family, which is quite different. But then if you're an immigrant who is single and trying to make it on your own, greener pastures, my friend, ça sera très très lonely. Oh, it will be very lonely, my friend. Okay, so obviously the first few days will be very fun and yay, but then you realize very, very quickly that all that fun stuff is best experienced with people you love, and the people you love are somewhere else altogether. I actually just realized I left this jazz music playing in the background. I think it'll be weird if I turn it off right now, so let's just leave it on. I hope it's not distracting from the audio. Okay, so wait, do I get copyright issues for this? Wow, I hope not. Let me just stop it right now and save myself the headache. Now, that just threw me off balance. Yep, so you find that the people you love are not with you over there, and you try using video calls to try to show them, hey, check it out, but then it's not the same as them being there, and you're all alone. Alone. Yep, so moving on. Your family abroad, if you have any, will try to use you. So my one most important piece of advice to an African man who's migrating abroad: do not live with family. Don't do that shit. Nope, not at all. Don't try it. You would hate yourself. You would hate everything you wanted to experience, and you'd want to go back home. You would not like it. Do not live with family. What happens? This is a story that runs across board. Your family will try to use you, and they'll try to make you think they are doing you a favor. So do not live with family. That doesn't mean cut them off. Just your one the one most important thing as an immigrant is to be independent. Get independence now and hold on to it tight. It's necessary that you remain independent as best, as long, as much as you can. Do not sacrifice that for anything. Don't live with family. Keep in touch. Your uncle lives in the next town or in the same town. Go visit them every once in a while. Your family members, but do not live with them. You would hate yourself for it. Okay, that's it for that one. Moving on to the next one. Yep, you can't talk about man without woman. So, how does an African man get women? Let's see what I was able to discover so far. So, when it comes to women, it's a bit of a tricky field. Whatever you know about women so far from as an African from your African home, get rid of it. Unlearn everything you've learned and get ready to start again. Oh, it's coming right back again. Get ready to start all over again. Now, first of all, don't expect women to throw themselves at you like the way they were doing back home. Unless you are as attractive as my flatmates, then yeah, go for it. But then women will not throw themselves at you because one, you're an immigrant, which means you are poor in this perspective, and you don't have a nice place like you did when you were back home, and you don't drive the nice car you used to drive when you were back home. So yeah, you're back to zero. You sold all of that to come and start afresh. So fuck all of that. You are starting at zero. Nobody likes you. Nobody gives a fuck about you. So yeah, women wouldn't throw themselves at you. Now, when it comes to approaching women, one thing you should get rid of is being humble. It sounds really off saying it. I mean, who's saying stop being humble? Who's that asshole? Well, it's me. If you want to be in a relationship with someone who is from the West, don't be humble. You'd hate yourself for it. You know, in Africa, we are nurtured with feminine spirits, community, family, unity, that sort of thing. Over here, everyone has a masculine spirit, aggressive, harsh, and you need, if you want to be with these people, you need to match their energy. I mean, personally, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? No, 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 no. Never gonna be with anyone who's been here for more than 10 years. Not gonna happen. Well, because obviously their energy is different from mine. They are more, they connect with the people who are like them, the energies that match them. But then if you're African, I would advise you stick with African women who have moved abroad. It would save you a lot of headache. Let me repeat that. African women who have moved abroad, not an African woman who's living abroad. Not like she's African but she was born here. No, 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 no. She needs to have lived in Africa for a bigger part of her life, or a bigger part of her adulthood bigger part of her childhood before you'll be able to um, live with her peacefully. But if you want to go the other path and end up with one of the ones who was born here or spent the majority of their lives here, then you should be ready to stop being humble, because these people do not appreciate humility. They don't appreciate it. They are all aggressive, and they want you to match their aggressive spirit for some reason. So that's my advice on that one. And this is all to do with just black women. I stay far away from white women, and if you are, I mean, at this point of making this video, I try my best to stay as far away as I can from white girls. So if you're trying to go in a white girl circle, I'm not the right person to talk to. But then this is my experience with black women abroad. It's easier to it's much less of a headache, of a hassle to get close to Africans who have moved abroad like yourself, rather than to connect with people who are born here or have lived here majority of their lives. Yeah, I've stayed on this topic too long. Moving on to the next one. Number 6, do not date someone from back who's living back home. Long distance relationship equals 0. I know most of us will not listen to this one, but it's just worth saying. Don't do it. If you can afford to not do it, do not do it. The stories always, most of the stories are either the one back home hurts you or you hurt the one back home. It's always one of these. So if you can afford to, don't do it. Moving on to the next one. Learn how to read and listen. Not read and write, read and listen. Because the sign these in the West, everything is very well communicated. The sign, when you see a sign that says turn left, you should be turning left. You know, it's not like Africa where it says do not enter and everyone is going in that direction. Turn left means turn left, and everything is communicated as clearly as it can be. So learn how to read the signs, learn how to listen to the messages that are given you. And as for the obedience part, it's easy because our parents have beaten us into obedience, subjugation. They've beaten Africans into subjugation. So it's easy to obey, but then you need to understand before you obey the rules. Learn how to read and listen to the signs and the messages that are being given by the right people. The next one, number 8, my favorite one, learn the nod. Now, it's the best part of living abroad as a black person. Black people randomly see each other and nod at each other. It's a sacred gesture. So join the family. If you see any random black person, just give them a nod, and you'll be happy to see that they will nod back at you. It's nice. Unlike back home where a South African would see a Somalian and go like, yeah. Here a South African see a Somalian and go like, and we also go like, yeah, we're all cool. It's nice. That's the type of unity we're looking for. And let's move on to number 9, which is the harshest one. Accept that African men are the bottom of the list of Black lives that matter. People say Black lives matter, and yeah, Black lives do matter, but it looks like there's a list of, it goes down in descending order. There's the Black women, then there is African American and Black British men, then there is African men at the bottom of the list. Even all these people, the other people look down on Black men, on African men. So you need to accept that everyone looks down on Africa. Every Black person looks down on African men. Even your fellow African men look down on you. It's a harsh reality, and I wish we could do something about that. Next one, number 10, the final one. Accept that other African men will embarrass you. You would say, I'm a proud Ghanaian, and then you hear about the Ghanaian who got fired for always being late for work. You would say, I'm a proud Nigerian, and then you hear about the Nigerian who got evicted from his flat because he was using his address for some sneaky stuff. Or you meet them on the road, on the phone, blah 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 blah, speaking their vernacular, blah 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 blah, oh, ha 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 ha, oh, you are so funny, blah blah blah. On the buses, or the worst ones, yeah. This is not an insult at any religion, but you see them on the town center, and the Lord said, take this flyer, and the Lord said, you would receive, and there shall be salvation. Take this flyer, and the Lord takes this flyer as well. You shall be saved. Take this flyer. Oh no, the Lord has sent me. Yes, you cannot stop the word of the Lord. Oh my God. And that, let me call the other guys coming to the outro. Oh, there you go. Here I am, and these are the struggles of the African men living abroad. So, is that everything I should be saying? The script. Follow the script. Faced with these obstacles, it is no wonder African men turn out to be some of the highest paid men in the West. Because if nobody wants you, what do you become? An underdog. And when you're an underdog, there is only one direction. Up. What the fuck was that? Alright, so these are some of the harsh realities I wanted to share with some of you, if you are thinking of moving abroad. You should definitely do that. It's as awesome as people say it is. Just follow the rules, I guess. Now that's not advice. The advice is make the most of it, because there are so many opportunities here. If you're from Africa, you are used to very limited opportunities. Over here, that's why we turn out to be some of the highest earners, because we see opportunities where these people do not. And the sad thing about people from my country, Ghana, is that they like to keep their head down, and that is awful. We need to start lifting our heads, taking advantage of the opportunities that we are being given abroad, because Nigerian men are doing it. Nigerian men do very awesome things abroad, like very amazing things. Indian men do really great things. I mean, Indians are not Nigerians, but are not African. But you get my point. Indians are doing really amazing things. Nigerian men are doing really great things. Why is that the rest of us are keeping our head down? There's one big Ghanaian restaurant in this town, and that's it. And they have poor customer service. I mean, no, they have moderately good customer service. It's not the best, and it doesn't even look like it's attracting people. We are, yeah. If you're going to move abroad, I would recommend you come with the energy of the entrepreneurship energy you have. Try to show us on the map here, because our people are really. That's everything for this episode. I will see you in the next episode, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this one. I will try to do a follow-up to this one, expressing more of this opinion on what I think, on the experiences I had as an African man, immigrant living abroad. I'll see you in the next video.